afternoon, good evening, whenever you're listening to this. Welcome to Meet the Biz. Today, we have someone, I was on Facebook about a month ago, and I came across this amazing soul that I was in the state, we had just gotten into what we're going through right now, and all of a sudden I was listening to her, and she was calming me down, and she was getting me focused. I had this anxiety, and I was so drawn to her, I had to bring her on because she has such a power of teaching and healing and knowledge that I thought, who better to bring to Meet the Biz? So here she is, Haize Hawke Rosen. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful now I'm with you.
Thank you. I'm excited. Look at us.
I know. Isn't it interesting how people meet these days?
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I can't wait till I get to be in your presence, and we can physically hug and connect and everything. But I fell in love with you on Facebook.
Oh, well, it's ditto, as my dad would say. Yes, I was looking on Facebook, and I saw you, and I see that you're an independent wellness advocate.
I am, and I'm a life coach, healer. I'm a birth worker. I'm a doula and a student midwife. So mainly I'm doing home births. I'm almost finished with my whole schooling and getting ready for my licensing as a midwife. And all of the things that I do seem to come together in this beautiful way that supports, people. And I love that because that's why I'm here on the planet, to make people feel comfortable and safe and support them.
Well, I mean, it's interesting how certain people like you, that you could just, you glance over something, whether it's on the screen, and you're drawn to you. You have this healing power that just comes through the screen, and it's just a loving heal,
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I think that when you say that, I think for me, it's gratifying to hear because I do a lot of work on opening up my heart and leading a heart-led life. That's the most important thing to me. And love is so powerful, and she's so fierce. And when I use her and walk with her as my banner and my shield, I'm great. I'm good.
Wow. That's so interesting because I had a few notes written down to talk to you about, and you said what I wrote, but your heart is just a healing. It's not just, your heart's a healing force, and then you brought it out about your heart. And it's your essence. So it's
look at us, we're in sync.
I love it. Okay, we got to get out of this quarantine soon so we can hang out.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Certain things in life come to us and teach us what we're meant to be, and sometimes it's different from what we had planned. And at first I always wanted to be an actor, and I still love acting, but I came to the realization that the joy that I get so much is being a teacher, and by being a teacher, I'm a student at Performing Arts Studio West, at Meet the Biz, in life. So I find it at this time even more, since we're in the space that we're at, it feels that we're really finding out who we actually are.
Yeah, absolutely. My whole journey, I don't know if you know this or not, I started off as an actress and a dancer. I did.
I could see the rhythm in your soul. I know that sounds mushy, but I could see it. Yeah, go. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I started off as that, and up until the age of 17, 18. And then I went to New York, and I was studying at Strasberg and dancing all over the place, Martha Graham, and studying at Alvin Ailey and doing whatever I could. And in my mind, I was always going to be that.
Yeah.
And then listening to my heart and following my calling, it has led me to be over here as a teacher, a healer, an advocate for human wellness.
Yeah.
And all of those pieces, though, David, all of those pieces come into play now. They're still very much a part of me. I will always love the boards. I will always love, sharing that intimate space, that heart exchange with audience members and everything. And now it's amazing. So I was thinking about this over the weekend. I still use all of it.
Yeah.
I'm still tapped into all of it, even when I'm speaking, if I'm doing a meditation, if I'm holding space with someone, being able to listen.
Yeah.
Right? Be generous with the space. It's interesting. It's always going to be a part of me.
It's so interesting you say listen, because there are so many people, that's one thing they forget how to do. And I think that's why we're in where we're at, partially.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And listening is key. You can learn so much by listening, especially if it's active listening.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
A student called me up yesterday, and sometimes I look here, sometimes I look here, because I'm looking at you here, but I want to connect with
I know. I'm looking at you there, and I'm like,
so just want to let everybody know, when I look here, I'm looking at you.
Likewise.
A student called me up yesterday and asked, how do I get rid of my anxiety? What do I do? So since we have actually more than one student, we have over 100, couple hundred students that are going to be watching this. And they're all of differences, similarities. What would you tell them right now about this moment in time and how to deal with it? And what I might do here is I'm just going to let you talk to them. I'm going to just put you on mute.
Okay.
And where are we here? Oh. There you are.
Yeah. So for me, and especially with my family, what I have been saying to them is that right now is a time not to push anything. We don't have to be anything other than who we are in this moment. And I don't want you to bank down your feelings or bank down your fears. You want to move through them. You just don't, if you stop them, they become bigger and real. And if we remember that fear is up here in our heads, that's where it lives, and it's there to take care of us, and the mind grabs onto it so that it can protect us, right? I'm going to ask you that when you are in these moments of heightened anxiety and fear, to drop down into your heart space, because the intelligence of the heart can take better care of you than the mind can when we're dealing with the illusion of fear. So I want you to really put that in your mind, that it's an illusion, fear. It's not tangible, it's not real. It feels like it is. But if you drop into your heart space, into that love, into the fact that right here, in this moment, take it moment by moment, right here, in this moment, everything is okay. You're safe, and you're supported, and you're loved. Just because you're born. There's no other thing that you need. Right here in this very moment, everything is good. And you take it moment by moment. Don't jump ahead into the future unless you're going to vision. If you want to say, who am I going to be after this quarantine, after this sheltering place is done? You can focus on that. You can vision that type of person, the gifts that you'll bring out of this. Who are you going to be? What are the feelings that you What is the beauty that you want to create? What is going to be your main focus? If you want to do that, then that's absolutely beautiful and proactive and powerful. And that is something that you can control. But if you're going to jump into the future in a fear-based way, I'm going to ask you to bring it back to the present moment, right here, right now, and breathe. Just be with your breath. Just keep it really simple. If that gets really hard, lay down on the ground, sit down, get grounded, touch the earth or touch your floor, and just breathe like that. It's very soothing. It's very helpful. I do it with my clients who have very, very severe anxiety attacks. I do it with clients who have trauma, and with birth clients who have PTSD from a very, very trauma-filled birth, and it helps every single time. So I would invite you to try those things. I think they'll be really helpful for you.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I love what you said about also at this moment, because a lot of the times we want to say, when are we coming back to school, or when are we going to do this, or at this point, or and it's like, here we are, right here, right now.
Yeah, right here, right now. Who are we right here, right now? What are we up to? There's lots that you can do in this individual moment, and then let that moment go, because that moment, as I speak it, it's already passed.
Right. It reminds
me. Still here, right? So we're fine.
Right. It's interesting because it shot me to the documentary that I'm hopefully going to have out in year 3000. But
what are you doing? What's history? Oh my gosh.
I've got to get it. I've got to say, okay, yes, this is the date, but it keeps, growing and changing. And it's called My Next Breath. Okay.
That title is beautiful and just got me. It just grabbed me, and I'm there.
Oh,
can't wait to see it.
Well,
wow.
I'm and I just took it in, and by you guiding us to this point and guiding me to this point and connecting me to that moment makes me feel like I'm in the right place at the right time in this moment.
I mean, the truth of the matter is we always are. It's always the right moment and the right time, because that's where we are. The beauty about it is, if you don't like where you are, you can always re-choose. You can make another choice and do another path. But there's no wrong way to do it. We're going to get where we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And we're going to express the way we're supposed to express. And as long as we just make sure we do express, that's the only thing, is to have those moments where we stop creativity. That's tragedy. That's tragic.
Yeah.
Whether it's creating a beautiful meal or writing a script, just do it.
You channel too, don't you? Because that's something that my dad used to say, just do it. So it made me feel that I had a little hello from Dad. I knew there was something magical about having you here. I mean,
thank you.
Thank you. What brings you joy?
Oh gosh, sometimes it's big things, like seeing something that's truly majestic, like mountains, being out and seeing a whole ocean. Those things just make me burst with joy. Like watching a dog walk in front of me, and their little tail is just waggling. It's so cute, and that just makes me happy. It just brings me lots of joy. Sometimes it's seeing my children really accomplish something, and I just swell with pride, and I'm very happy about that.
Right.
But, I really believe in the power of holding joy.
Yeah.
Because that's something that's really constant, and I really work on it and seek it out, because Because even right now, in the midst of the tragedy that's happening around us, it's still possible to hold and feel joy and be consistent with that so that you can be in this space and place with the feeling of I'm okay. Like if you know that joy is a constant and it's there and you can find it even when times are tough and even in the darkest moments, joy can still exist. You can find your gratitude and that brings you back to joy. You know, whereas happiness can sometimes be really fleeting, right?
Right.
It's like that, but joy, you know, I can think about me really getting this when my mother passed, as she was passing, and I was there for that. I had so much gratitude that I was there, and that brought me to joy. So even in the midst of her leaving me, because that's how it felt, like she was just leaving me.
Yeah.
There was still this ability to hold this joy and be so grateful that I had her and that we had this relationship. And now we're even more connected that she's one of my ancestors. But there was so much joy. So joy comes in all kinds of forms, in all kinds of ways. And if you're looking for it, especially, you know, I love that you asked that because that just makes you drop into see where your joy is and how you walk with it. What about you?
Oh, at this moment, talking to you, I'm very about, it's interesting. I have grown to learn how to be in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And what keeps me, especially at this time, is this connection that I have every day and connect with people that I have known for a long time, people that I just have met and who are on the same wavelength, who come from the heart and the love and creativity.
Yeah. We're most powerful there. Those are our power places. That's the medicine we walk with, you know?
Yeah.
And when we realize that and utilize it in that powerful, true way, we can only bring love and beauty to people, into our environment. And why else be here?
Right. Well, you sure have brought love and beauty today to all of us. So thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you for inviting me. So grateful.
I look forward to seeing you soon.
Yes. Thank you, love.